In lighting, there are soft lighting, hard lighting, and backlighting. First of all, soft lighting is a lighting that creates shadow with a gradual transition from light to dark. Let's take a look at this photo of beautiful young lady. This is example of soft light. Light won't cause harsh shadows under her noses and chins. Soft lighting does not show texture, such as pimples, wrinkles, and blemishes. This is why soft lighting is generally good for portrait photography. Then how do we achieve soft light? Then first, let's go outside and have a look. So cloudy weather like this creates perfect soft lighting. The cloud spreads the size of the sun to make it relatively larger, which produces soft light. This is why portrait photographers always hope for a cloudy day when shooting outdoors. The one thing that makes the lighting soft is its size. The larger the light source, the softer the light. Here is one big question for you. If you're shooting a portrait of someone and the light is too hard, do you put the flash closer or further away from the person? Surprisingly, you place the light closer to the person. When the light is closer, it seems larger than if the light is further away. The relative size of the flash also affects softness. Okay, so next time you take a portrait of yourself, make sure you use soft light, which gives you perfect natural look. Now, let's talk about hard light. Hard light creates shadows with a sharp edge. There is a negligible transition from light to dark. Usually, hard light is used to show texture of an object and to create dramatic look to the photo. A person who has blemishes and wrinkles would not want to take the hard light photo because it accentuates those features in your skin. Let's take a look at this photo. This is an example of hard light. You can see that there is sharp edge with high contrast, and you can also clearly notice the texture of her hair. So how can we create hard light? Hard light is found where the lighting is direct, undiffused, and is not bouncing or scattered. Hard light is produced from a small point source. It produces parallel light beams which are focused in one direction, which causes harsh and sharp shadow line of an object. The sun is the ultimate in the hard light. It is a huge light box, but since it is so far away from the earth, it becomes a small point of light. Therefore, in a sunny day like this with no cloud, you can create hard light photography. Furthermore, unlike soft lighting, hard lighting is created when the light source of an object is farther away from the person. This is because as you place it farther away, the light gets relatively smaller, even though it really remains the same size. Now, let's talk about backlight. Backlight is a light placed behind an object or a person to produce such effects as depth and separation of subject and background. This photo is an example of backlighting. One of the strengths of backlight is that it emphasizes the shape of an object. Here, silhouette image of a person is created when the sun is still above the horizon. When used well, backlighting can give you excellent dramatic result. Then, how can we create backlight? First of all, position of the sun is very important. It is essential to place the sun just outside the frame or partly behind the model. Keep in mind that the majority of the sun should be blocked and avoid too much light. Also, when the sun is in the frame, it is a good idea to use live view on your LCD monitor to protect your eyes. Secondly, having adequate camera setting is very important. First, have wide aperture. When shooting with backlight, it is better to use manual setting. The picture has to be significantly overexposed, otherwise the model will turn out completely dark. Second, keep your ISO low as possible. There will be plenty of light to work with. Now, you have learned soft lighting, hard lighting, and backlighting. It is now your turn to try these different types of lighting in your own photography.